And at the end of the process, I'm keeping my eyes on the price. This is not about getting more information. It's about taking data and converting into information. We live in a world where we have too much data. That's the reality we face. Our job is to take that data and compress it into information that actually shows up in evaluations. So here's a simple example of evaluation of a very boring company. We all know what 3M does, right? Incredibly sophisticated stuff like the Post-it note. But don't laugh, it's an incredibly profitable product. It's a company with a long history, and this is a valuation I did of 3M in what I call the days of innocence. So the days when there were developed markets on one side and emerging markets on the other, and never the twain shall meet, pre-2008. So it was a mature company in what I thought was a mature market. In hindsight, I was hopelessly wrong. But my point is, in valuing 3M, I had to make estimates, but those estimates were easy to make. Why? Because there was a lot of history I could use. I knew what their business model was. I didn't have to figure out what they would do in the future. So it's a valuation that was centered. There was uncertainty, but the uncertainty was much smaller. The way to think about it, if you think about narrative and numbers, in the case of 3M, the story is almost done. You're in chapter 33. There's not much room for you to change the story. You can't go back and rewrite the story. So this is a valuation that you can do almost on autopilot. And this is the kind of company that you're taught to value in a valuation class in school. And I have some really bad news for you. If this is the kind of company you can value, anybody can value these companies. In fact, I'm not even sure you need a body. I have, in fact, how many of you have Apple devices, or is that not allowed in Google? Right? If you have an Apple device, go to the iTunes store and type in UValue. It's an app that I co-developed with a friend of mine, Anand Sundaram at Dartmouth, that does valuation. So you download it, you plug in the numbers for your flight is 30 minutes delayed, you have nothing to do, you're one of those freakish people who likes to work with numbers, you put in 9 numbers, you value a company, you move on. Okay? And I wrote it because I wanted to disrupt this valuation business, because so much of what you pay for in valuation is a banker feeding numbers into something like that, and then spending 25 days making it look like he did a lot of other stuff, and then charging you millions of dollars for something he has no business charging you millions for.